Okay. Now I'm recording. I'm gonna make sure that all the sound is being recorded. Okay. We'll see if I'm recording sound as well. Yeah, sound is okay. All right. Hi, Suraj. Hi, guys. All right. So let's wait a few more minutes. I was just saying that Juan Ferreira, he joined the Accelerate program. I'm gonna tell you a bit about Accelerate in the beginning, and then we're gonna hop into. Yeah, all was good, Guy. Thanks. Um, I'm gonna tell you guys about coding then, and in the meantime, like if you're serious about coding, you guys should install VS Code, which is like um, another thing, which is like editor for coding basically. It's you can code in training view here, but it sucks, like it sucks big time. So this is what I recommend. So if you guys obviously, like, you don't have to, but I'm gonna be showing you stuff here as well. That is, well, I didn't see anyone who's teaching PineScript doing this. Yes, Juan. VS Code has PineScript extensions. I'm gonna show you this as well. We'll be setting up VS Code. So yeah, let's wait 2 more minutes for people, and I'm gonna tell you a bit about Accelerate, and then we can hop into coding. You excited, guys? Hi, NASCAR. I said, are you excited? Let's go. It's gonna be fun, guys. You're gonna see. Like, I hate PineScript, honestly, but yeah. But if you don't have much experience with coding, it's fine. Like, but the stuff that I'm gonna show you, it's not they're just concepts that are. Oh, by the way, Juan, from what I remember, is a developer as well. I think he's coding in JavaScript, if I remember correctly. He's like a full stack developer. I'm not a JavaScript, so Python probably if it's backend. Yeah, I hope I don't make a full PHP, man. Yeah, man. Damn, I hope I don't make a fool out of myself today. Yeah, Juan, it's just different execution model. Honestly, it sucks big time, and you have to know a lot of like ways to go over. Like, how do you say this? Obejście. Go around, like how to go around certain things, you know? Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna tell you about a thing that me and Elijah are launching, and basically we have like only a few seats left, but still it's possible to get in. So you have this website. I'm gonna give you the link. The whole program is called Accelerate. So the whole point is that you like for 90 days you are in this program, and basically Elijah is your mentor, sorry. And he's gonna show you. You can find more stuff about this on this website. and he's gonna show you a single strategy, okay, and for 90 days you're going to trade it, and after 90 days, if you are not profitable, yeah, I mean it's done in Elementor. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not I'm not a web developer. I program, basically I program hardware professionally. So anyway, you're gonna trade for 90 days a single strategy that we give you under supervision from Elijah, and after 90 days, if you're not profitable, you get your money back. And there's only 20 seats. If you guys are interested, just go to this website. On the bottom, you can see this this button, find out more. You click this, you go to a form, fill the form, and then if you qualify, then you will get a link to set up the call with us. Okay. It's gonna be with Elijah or me, and then we'll see if you're a good match for us, and yeah, and if you can go into this program if you're interested. All right. So that out of the way, like I told you guys, you need to. I mean, you don't need to do this per se, but the best way, in my opinion, to program, I mean to do PineScript is through VS Code. That's how I do it, at least. Maybe there are some better ideas, but let's start here with this one. So what you guys do is you just go to this website and you download VS Code. Have you guys done it? Maybe, or you prefer to do PineScript in TradingView? Because you can also do this here, like directly here. You can write stuff and just load it onto the charts. But I think that it's much better to do this through VS Code. So, oh, it's there's Elijah here. Hi, Elijah. So yeah. Are you guys? Did you guys install it already? Give me a 1 in the chat if you did. Oh, that's great, Juan. Yeah. Sperm whale, Goya, NASCAR. Yeah, it's not very complicated. Hi Tao, what's up, man? Long time no see. All right, so yeah. So after you install it, yeah, man, we're gonna talk later, okay? All right. So Tao, if you like want to code with us, then you need to install VS Code. I will give you the link once again here. So the next thing we will do is we will go to here to extensions, okay? And we need to, here there are like add-ons like in Brave or in Firefox, and there's just a bunch of things that people can download to basically make coding easier. So here we input a PineScript script, and we click here, and if you don't have it yet and you will not have this, then you just click install here. You should have it, right? Do you guys have it? Give me a 1 if you guys have it. If you guys see it here. Yeah, Juan, always ahead of everyone. Right. Okay, Goya has it as well. Suraj, did you install the newest version of VS Code? Because that looks odd. Damn it, man. I'm not sure what's the problem here. Yeah, man. Okay, cool. It should be good. Rest of the guys, Nascor, Tao, Summit, Aditya. Yeah, okay, cool, guys. No problem. So basically, what it does it will give you a very similar podpowiedzi, damn it. I'm lacking words in English for this. Podpowiedzi. Hints, yeah, code hints and syntax checking as you have in TradingView. Because like when you write stuff here, for example, you label you have all that kind. You can just yeah, okay, Nasco, that's cool. So because like if you just develop directly in TradingView, then if you write something, then you will have like hints for your code. So if you write something, I'm gonna introduce you to everything. Don't worry about it. But basically, you can choose from different things. There's a list that opens up. You just hit enter, and it automatically uzupełnia. Yeah, completes it. All right, Aditya, you good? Yeah, okay. Then it's cool. So if you've got PineScript, I would advise you to also, that's cool. I would advise you to also install something that's called Camel Case and navigation. This is something that I use that's quite handy. I'm gonna explain to you later why it's a good thing. So install this as well, Camel Case navigation. It's not necessary, but yeah. All right, now we are going to do the new folder for our project. So what you do is you just go to File, Open Folder, right? Standard stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, no. The one I use is called Camel Case Navigation. Sorry, this is the first one here. The one, the yellow one. This is not necessary, but yeah, it's easier just to for the naming of stuff. So I'm gonna make sure that we're recording, but we should be recording. Yeah, we are recording. Right. So we go to open folder. Then we can choose the like whatever place that we want to save our projects in. So I have the folder called PineScript somewhere on my D disk, and I already prepared a create your own indicator. Like a, let's say, main directory, and I'm gonna create here a directory that's called indicator, or rather lesson one. Let's say lesson one. Okay, it's not. I do not have a a great script for this meeting, but yeah, we're gonna see how it rolls. Okay, then you choose select the folder or directory, and you should have it like this. So it's here is the name lesson 1 and it's empty. Okay, now we gonna create the file main.pine. Okay, and this is going to be our code. Basically, we'll write the code for our indicator here. Okay. Do you guys have it? Give me a 1 if you guys are on the stage. Yeah, okay, I did. Yeah, Surashko, yeah, okay. One probably long time ago. Tao, I'm not sure if you do you participate, Tao, or you just chill? All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, man. That's cool. All right. So, all right. Now that we have this, I will explain to you how PineScript works. So the way that PineScript works is that it basically is going through every candle on the chart that you see. Because like you guys are traders, so you know that like the charts like in this view consist of candles, right? And what PineScript does is it executes the code on each candle. So it's going from the candle that is first in the history. So if we scroll to the left, right, scroll to the left, scroll to the left, or maybe we can even do something like this, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is the first available bar, right? That is here on the chart, meaning that you guys have like in TradingView, you guys have a limit of some amount of bars that you can see, and I think it's 10,000 or no, it's 20,000 or something like this. So what PineScript does is it executes the code that we write on every bar, single, one time, and then it goes to our newest bar. And let's stop here. All right. So if we create a new indicator in PineScript, we have something like this, and this is basically the smallest indicator that you can do. So what your indicator needs is this like header, which tells basically TradingView compiler what version of PineScript do you use, because there are different versions, there are slight differences between them. Up till like a few months ago, I think the newest version was version 5. Now the newest version is version 6, which is supposed to be improved, and it is a bit improved. Then you've got this thing, right? Indicator. So if you installed everything correctly, you should, like if you hover your mouse over this, you should have it, you should see something similar to what I see here, right? And also, like, if you guys have any questions at some point, just ask me. It's better to ask me questions rather than me going ahead when you guys don't understand, right, and you're lost. But so far, the things that we see should be pretty straightforward. So this first thing that we see here is the name of our script. So we can, for example, rename it to lesson 1. And let's keep it here for now. And once we have it, we can just paste it into this window and save. He will TradingView will ask me for a name of this indicator, and that's fine. This name is okay. Now, if we add this indicator here, then by default it will create like a separate pane, like a separate kind. I'm not sure what's the correct word, but separate window in which it will draw the indicator. So what this indicator does, this line, like I told you, this line is giving the name for our indicator and different options that we can set. And the second line is plotting the line chart based on the closes of the candles, right? But we would like this indicator to be drew probably, not sure. Not here, like only in a separate pane, but overlaid on this. So in order to do this, we need to set the option yeah, NASCAR, like one thing at a time, right? Now we cover basics. I don't think we will get to what you have now, what you outlined at the moment, because like there are people here that really don't know how to code at all. All right, so what we do here is we I think there's an option for overlay, and it's by default it's false. So what we want to do is we want to give it value of false, sorry, of true. Now we need to remove it and add it again, and now it's being overlaid on our chart, right? There are different options here, but for now it's not very important. Okay, so let's just writing something. Right, so one of the things that we can do in our indicators, right, is we can set the labels. So in order to create a label, which is like a small a small text that is displayed above a candle, is we use label.new, and now we need to tell a few things to well, in this function, right? So what we do is we need to tell the charts here, right? They have time, which is on this axis, on x-axis, and they have price, right? So when we create a label, we need to actually tell in which point do we want to draw this label. Okay, so if we hover our mouse over this, we can see that we've got x and y, right? So we need to tell the TradingView like what's the time that we want to draw this label, and y is for the price. So in order to get the current candles time, yeah, we can do this with time. So we just write time and then we write the price. So let's say that we want to have it above a candle. So we can write high, because each candle, as you guys know, has four values. It's open, high, low, and close, right? So we can access all these values in PineScript using just open, high, low, and close. And this is the way that we get the price for the open, high, low, and close, right? Okay. Yeah. So we know when it's gonna be displayed. We know on for what price was the Y value, right? And the next thing that we need to tell it is what's the text. Let's say that we want to display 1. So if we write text, it needs to be between these like quotas. And what we write here is x log bar time. Okay, and it should be enough, or rather, maybe he will force us to use a, probably he will. Okay. Now, as you guys can see, we have drawn the labels, right? Was it too fast for you guys, or you guys got it here? Give me a 1 if you already like reached this level, or 2 if not yet. Yeah, yeah, 1 of course. Zoom in a little bit. I'm not sure if I can zoom in. I mean, you should be able to like do full screen. Maybe I can just make the, not here. Maybe here I can make, because I would need to wait. Maybe I just go to VS Code and I'll make the, now it's better. It should be, yeah, okay. Suraj, NASCAR, I'm not sure if you get it. Goya, yeah, I think. Yeah, I didn't ask you. You didn't tell me. Yeah, okay, cool. Goya? Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, it's nothing complicated, right? So far. I think you guys follow this. Yep. All right. So now, as you guys can see, we see the like this really does nothing. I mean, it's nothing useful, right? But let's say that we want to change the time frame. Go to D, so that's for day, right? And we want to display a name of the week. And how do we do this? Well, first thing is, like I told you, the script executes for each bar separately. So this code label, as you guys can see, although I wrote label only once, it's being executed on each candle separately. So we have all these labels drawn for us. Now, why their labels are not like over all candles? Well, that's because there is a limit for how many labels are drawn. And by default, I think it's, I don't remember what's the default. value, but I think it's something like 50 or something like this. Okay, so now let's go for something more ambitious, which is how do we write names of the week for different, well, for all candles here. Okay, so like I told you before, each candle has we can access the values of a candle, right? I told you about open, high, low, close, but also each candle has a value that's called time, and time stands for opening time. Now you don't, it's epoch time, but you don't need to really know this. Juan of course knows this, but you guys don't need to know this. What it means is that it shows you the, I mean, in this variable, you are, there is stored the time of the opening of a candle, right? So if we could somehow get from this name of the week of the candle, name of the week for the time that the candle opened, we could display it in a label, right? Do you guys agree? All right. So there are a few other websites that are very handy regarding PineScript. One is language reference. I will paste it here. And the other one is this website, which is like a trading view page that explains some concepts. So what we can see here on language reference is, well, we can input any function that is in PineScript, and we can see what options does it have, right? Okay, so for example, let's write here time, right? Now is the first thing here. Okay, now it says current bar time in Unix format. You guys probably, okay, let's make the font a bit bigger. Okay. Yeah, so what it doesn't tell you is that, oh, no, I see. Here it tells you that now this variable returns the timestamp based on the time of the bar's open, right? So it gives you the time of the open of bar. Okay, so now, okay, so we have the time, but now we, like, how do we actually check the name of the week, right? Because here we need to, for the label, we need to actually like write here something like Wednesday, or Thursday, right? But like, how do we go from time to this? Okay, so we have this function that, sorry, it's day of week. So this is called day of week function, right? It calculates the day number of the week in a specified time zone from a Unix timestamp. So what it means is that we write day of week, and in argue those things that you give to the function, and you separate them by parentheses, is called arguments, okay? And this is universal across all languages. Like, many of these concepts you will see in different places. It's not only, they're not only exclusive to PineScript. So what we give to this function is the timestamp, which is stored in time, like I told you. And the other thing that we give to it is time zone, but this we do not need to give for now. So we will just give it time. Okay. Now we would like to display it, right, over in a label. But here we can see that we've got an error. Now what does the error says? Okay, let's see. It says cannot call labeling you with argument text call the week blah blah blah. Okay, so the key thing is that it wants to have a variable of a different type than we provided. Okay, so I can now tell you about the types of variables. Okay, this is important, and this is another thing that is pretty universal across different languages. So we have like, you guys know what the variable is, right? Like, variable is kind of a container in which we hold different things. So what can we hold? We can hold an integer, which is called int in PineScript, and let's call it variable integer. We can store a floating point, which is basically a number with that is not whole, but it's a partial. So, for example, variable integer would be a 10, for example, and variable float would be, for example, 11.4. Okay, you guys get it? Give me a 1 if you understand. Yeah, okay. Another type of a variable is called boolean, which is important. It's very important, but it has only 2 values. So let's call it variable bool. So it holds either true or false, and it will be very important later, okay, when I introduce you to if statements and such. And I think that the last type is called string. String holds text. So, for example, Wednesday. Okay, so the thing that is not good for the compiler here is that it needs to have a, like, basically if we have a function, like the order of things that we give to the function is very important, right? Because if in the next lessons we will be defining functions and objects and stuff, then you will understand it better. But what you need to know for now is that once you have a function, right, it expects a variable of a certain type in certain order, right? So, for example, here we have all the parameters for the function, and below we have explanation what should be the parameter, right? And it's here at the end, as you can see, the first parameter is x, and at the end you can see it here. It should be an integer. Y. Okay, let's see what should be a y. Y should be an integer or a float. When you've got this vertical line, it means or. So basically you read it int or float. Okay, now text. Text should be a what? String, right? Because it says so here. Okay, so what are we giving it? What are we giving here? We're giving here day of week, so it should be a string, right? So let's see what this function is giving. This function, when you've got this arrow here, it tells you what's the output of this function, okay? So this function is giving us an integer, right? And yeah, return value, exactly. It returns, what's it called? It's called the return value, and it returns int. But what do we need here? String, like I told you. So if we try to run this in TradingView, we will get an error that we need to, like, the program is expecting string here, but it's got int. So how do we go from this? Okay, so one of the ways that we can do this is using if-else statements. Now tell me guys, do you guys know what the if-else statement is? Give me a 1 if you know, give me a 2 if you don't know. And Goya? Yeah, okay, so you guys know. Okay, so if you guys know, then I will not be explaining this. Okay, so what we do is we can write int day of week of time, right, equals. Now what is it returning, right? I told you that it's returning int, but what does it mean? There's not much info here, so what we do is we go to this reference page that I showed you before, and we're looking for information, more information here, right? So what it says is it calculates, this function calculates the day number of the week. Okay, so it gives us the day. Now, in my opinion, it should be explained here that the day Sunday is for, because in PineScript the output of this function, well, if it's a Sunday, then it's a 0, and it goes to 1 up to a 7, and 7 is Saturday. Okay, so let's do it like this. Okay, let's delete all this stuff. Let's create a string that's called weekday. Okay, and by the way that I'm writing here, it's called camel case. And if you guys click Control and you do left right, you can easily like go between words in your variables, which is quite handy. Okay, so here we say if day of week is equals 0, so you need to do this double equal sign in order to well, to check basically if it's something on the right side. So if day of the week is 0, then we want the weekday to be what value? And by the way, if we define something, the first time we just need an equal sign, but later if we assign value, we need a semicolon, or however it's called, colon, sorry, this sign basically, and we assign the value. So I told you guys already, like, what's the name of the day that is for 0? Do you guys remember? Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Exactly. Now, similarly, we go to, because you guys don't need explanation, right? Okay, then similarly, if it's 1, then it's what? Monday, right? Now, I will just speed it up, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so that's Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Is it correct? I think I lost it. Oh, no, it's okay. Okay, sorry, it's from 0 to 6, not from 0 to 7, of course. Right, because we're starting from 0, not from 1. And we've got 7 days of the week. Friday, and the last one is Saturday. Sweet. Okay. You guys follow so far? Okay. Great. I mean, what? Okay. Embarrassing. Okay, for me. Okay, so we tried to get from. Yes, yes, man. Okay, Aditya. So when you are, so what this is called is called variable definition. Okay, and what's this called is called variable assignment. So basically, you do the definition once, you define it only once, and then you are assigning. You can assign like multiple times to the variable. So in definition, you always use just equal sign, equality. I'm not sure like what's the correct word in English, but later you always use this like semicolon or colon and yeah, equals. Okay, you get it. Okay, cool, it's cool. So we wanted to go from we wanted to go from day of week to so we wanted to go from integer that is returned by day of week to string which is stored in weekday, right? So now we have the weekday, and we can input it here, and let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, looks like it's working. Do you guys understand how we did this? Everybody understands this? Like if anybody has any questions, just shoot, okay? All right. All the other guys, Goya, Juan, yeah, Suraj, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, you guys get it. That's really cool. Oh, G Trades. Hi, G Trades. Did you enjoy Led Zeppelin today? A bit more after we talked. Yeah. So okay. So now we got this. Then what's the other stuff that we can do with these labels, right? Other stuff that we can do is, for example, we can change the color. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so one of the attributes, though all these things, all these options that we can set are called attributes. I mean, those are arguments for the function, but those are also, we can call them attributes. It's more relevant here, I would say. And here we can set the color, right? For example, it's the color by default is blue, but let's say that we want to change it to a red. So what we can do is we can use one of the predefined colors here, which we can just input color dot, and we can choose from this list here. For example, we want the red, right? So let's do it. Let's change the color to red. Now we can see that output, sorry, not output, but background is red. Okay. Let's, for example, change the text color. This is another, yeah, man. Let's change the color of the text to black, and so on. Okay. Basically, you can read more about this, all these attributes, because I don't have them like in my head, of course. You can just input here label.new, and here you will have information about each attribute that you can set. Okay. All right. Now, let's say that this works well for days, right? But if we set it, for example, if we go to 1 hour time frame, right? We will see. Well, you probably don't see it good because of the colors. So I'm gonna. Well, I think that the default ones were better, honestly. So I'm just gonna or we can do it like this, silver, and I think it should be better. Yeah, I think it's better now. Okay, so so we have these labels, right? But as you can see, those labels are like multiple times in a day we write, for example, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on. Okay, so let's say that we just want to display the label once on the start of a new day. So we can do this. We can basically there's this nice little function that's called time frame change. Okay, and what we input here is the time frame. Well, basically what this function does is it tells us when the new candle starts for a certain time frame. Like, for example, if you, this is something that that I use a lot in this quarterly theory indicator, because like you know, we need to check different time frames. Basically, if we're on 1 hour, like we need to check when 6 hour candle ends. We need to check when the new day ends and when the new day starts, and so on and so on. So the way we do this, right, is we use this, is the way I do this is I use this function. So time frame change. So here we want to check what's when the new day starts, right? So here in string, we need to show this. We need to input here the time frame that you want to check. So in this case, it's 1D, which stands for 1 day. And this function returns Boolean, meaning it returns true or false, which is super handy for ifs, right? So if we put our label inside of this if statement, right, we should see this label shown only on a new day. Do you guys follow? Or not? Blue is better. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's better. Okay, that's cool. So you guys have it here in your on your side as well. Okay, that's cool. All right, what else we can do? Okay, but let's say that we want to like basically because all you guys probably trade QT, right? Are you guys all QT traders? Yeah. So I can show you how to create dividers, right? So the way you create dividers, well, basically what we can do in PineScript is we can draw different lines. So we can draw lines like very similarly to how we draw labels. By the way, what's this called is called commenting. So that means that whatever is written here is omitted by compiler, so it doesn't care what is here. And the way we can easily comment is for using control and slash. As you guys can see here, I'm showing you basically my keystrokes that I'm using. So it's very handy. So the way why we are not getting Wednesday on every candle that belongs to Wednesday. This is what I was asking, if you guys understand. Likewise on Tuesday. Okay, that's a good question. Well, this is because we are here. Okay, so this is a good question. As you guys know, there are different time frames for. I'm not sure if you can set time frame, time zone here. Honestly, let me check it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the reason why the reason why we are seeing this on Tuesday, for example, here, as you guys can see, this is on Tuesday 6 p.m., right? And the time frame change function is checking when new one-day candle starts, well, changes. So when there is a new candle for UTC. So that means that we are checking on UTC plus 0 time, whereas the chart that we have here is UTC minus 4. And this is a common problem that you will be experiencing, like with time zones, okay? But in this case, let me think. How do I think how to go past this? Because normally in many functions, like for example in day of week, I can show you this in reference. Day of week. It tells you that it calculates the number day of week, like I told you, and it's got two arguments here, right? The first one is time, like I told you, and the second one is time zone. It's because the daily chart is updated at that time. Yeah, exactly. Like when you've got the daily candles, they are starting by default like on 6 p.m. EST. We haven't excluded candles in between, then why we're not getting on remaining candles? Well, we did exclude, in fact. I don't know if you maybe missed this, but let me explain it again. So what we did here is we've got this if statement, right? The if statement is checking whether there is a new candle started on one day, right? And only if the new candle started on one day, it is creating a label. Okay, get it. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Now we will not resolve this problem. Like let's say that, for example, for some reason we wanted to for the new new day to start on midnight EST, right? We can do this in different ways, but unfortunately we cannot use time frame change because it doesn't have this option for giving it a time zone here. So there are other ways to work around this, but I won't be covering them now. Now let's see. How do we how do we create this line, like I told you? Okay, so the function that we use is called line.new. Those are not really like functions, those are methods, but I won't be going into this now because it's too advanced. Okay, so a line new. So what arguments does it need? Okay, so it needs a starting point, and the point is, like I told you in case of label, is from x and y, right? So it needs a starting point and end point, right? So if you want to, for example, if you want to, for example, I can show you now. I can show you how to access historical data. So at first, let's not create a vertical line. Let's create a line which looks like this. Okay, for each candle. So we want the line to start at the low of the previous candle. I mean, at first, okay. At first, let's maybe create. Okay. Okay. At first, maybe let's create a line that looks like this. So it's a line that connects a previous candle, a low with a high of the current candle. And it's going to be done for all the candles, right? So the way we do this is we first need to give it a beginning point. So the beginning point will be the previous candle's low, right? Remember that this script executes for each candle on the screen, right? That it has access to. So we need to access the candle, the previous candle low, and the previous candle opening time. Yeah, basically previous candle's time, because we want to start here, here, and end here, right? So the way we do this in PineScript is we've got this operator that's called historical operator. So what we do with this operator is we like in brackets we are basically telling it to access the value of a bar from X bars before. Okay, so for example, if we are executing on this bar, if we give it 1 in time, then we would be getting here the time of this bar, opening time of this bar. So basically time of this bar, okay? So if you want to access the low of the previous bar, what should we write? Do you guys know? Can you give me the answer? Yeah. Rest of the guys, do you guys know if it's correct? Suraj, Goya, rest of the guys, Aditya? Not sure, huh? NASCAR. No, Aditya, it's not correct. If we do -1, I think that we either access the bar that's after the current bar, or it will throw us an error. Let's see, in fact, what happens, because it's kind of counterintuitive. Okay, it doesn't matter. This error is wrong. So basically, okay, let's see. Yeah, in fact, like if we give positive value, we are actually accessing bars from the past, right? And so this is the start. So this is the starting point. Sorry. So this is the starting point. We have this. Now we need an ending point, right? So we need high of the current bar and the time of the current bar. So time and high. We could, like, this is equivalent to using this, okay? This is the same. Like, yeah, exactly, Goya. All right, next thing we need to set is what kind of x coordinate do we use. For now, let's just believe me that we need to use x log bar underscore time. Okay, and all the other stuff is if you've got, I think that if you've got question mark here, that means that there is default value here, so you don't need to input it. Okay, so now let's also let's take this line new from under this if statement and let's comment it. Okay, because we want it to be done on each bar. Okay, now let's see if we get what we want. Yep, sorry. Looks like we've got this. Visual order bring to front. Okay. Can you guys see? Do you understand how did we come here? Now, the most confusing thing for me about PineScript, like to grasp in the beginning, was that, like in fact, this script is executing on each bar. Like this was super confusing for me because, yeah, because it is super confusing. Like this model of execution is very strange. And there are like more odd things about this, but we'll get to these later, okay? Yeah, if you guys understand, that's cool. All right, now, yeah, do all people understand Suraj? What is the difference between time and time in brackets 1? Okay, so the difference is that if you don't input anything here, it just assumes that it's like just like you input 0 in brackets. Okay, so like I said in the sorry, like I said in the beginning, it's if we write it like this or we write it like this, is the same. Yeah, exactly. Oh, another another nice tip that I can give you guys is that if you hold Alt and click, you can have multiple cursors. So if you write something, you write in multiple places at once. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but this is the current NASCAR. This is time for the current bar, not like the current time for the like for the newest bar on the chart, right? Okay, so you guys get it. Okay, then now that's cool. Okay, so now that we understand how the line is being drawn, let's draw a vertical line on the chart on a new day. Now, do you guys have an idea how to accomplish this? Anyone? How to draw a vertical line? Yeah, so just can you say, Goya, like how to do this? What do we input as first point and the second point? Yeah, of course, ones, right? Don't spoil fun for others, man. Just fucking singer developers, man. Just kidding. Oh, actually, Juan, I'm sorry, but it won't work. In fact, time 0 low 0 won't work. Do you have an idea why? That's because if you input, what I mean is that, yeah, I tried this as well, like in the very beginning. So basically what we need, like if you've got definition of a line, right? You need 2 points to define the line, or yeah, basically line. Well, it's not 4 edges, it's 2 edges. For a box, yeah, for a box is 4, but we just need 2, right? Because we need start and end. So if you yeah, man, no, easy, no problem. So if we so what Juan suggested is that we could do it like this. Right, but this won't work. I mean, it might work for some, but it gave me errors. Okay, so basically the reason why it won't work, yeah, I mean, okay, guys, don't use ChatGPT. Please fucking just don't. Okay, so what we need is we need to, right, declare 2 points on the same. We need to declare 2 points on the same. It's all good, Goya. We need to declare 2 points on the same candle, right? That are not the same. That are not the same point. If I know it's a bit complicated, but bear with me. So here, what we essentially are doing is we're giving the line that it needs to draw the line between the same point and the same point. You guys understand what we're doing here in this case, right? So what we're doing here is we're doing this. It's a single point. Yeah. I can, but sometimes it will, sometimes it will work. I think so. I mean, for now, it will just show nothing. Okay, let's take it from this if statement and just do it like this. Yeah, it's gonna work. Oh no, sorry, no. Okay, sorry, Juan. Of course you're right. The low end, yeah, you're correct. Sorry, man. Okay, I thought that you said that we should use low here and low here. Okay, so yeah, of course, in fact, you were correct. It's midnight here. I'm a bit tired. All right, so basically, yeah, it's gonna work. Okay, so it's gonna work because we will be using the low and high of each candle. So now, but what we wanted to do, right, is we wanted to have this drawn, like I said in the beginning, only on new day. So let's put if here again. Yeah, so it's, for example, here is this line, but we want also to extend it both ways. So it's like from the bottom of the chart to the top of the chart. So the way we do this, we do this with attribute extend. So we give it a value of extend dot both. Okay. So now what's gonna happen is we'll have a nice line like this on beginning of a new day in UTC. So do you guys follow so far? Yeah, separator line. Okay, but let's say that we wanted to make it black or gray, for example, or we want, or we even want to give it a different color, right? So the way we do this is once we input any color here, we can just click on this, or rather hover your mouse over this, and you can choose any color you like from here, and it's gonna automatically like determine what's the code of the color. Okay, so let's make it, for example, gray, and let's make the line dashed. Okay, so the way we do this is we use the style attribute, and we choose style dot dashed. I think style, sorry, the name is style underscore dashed line, sorry, not stuff. Yeah, let's see if it works. Yeah, line stem one. Okay, we got this. All right, you guys have the same on your charts? Hmm? Give me a 1 if you are in the same place. Mm-hmm. Suraj, do you have any questions? Or maybe like you don't need to be shy here. Okay, in case you haven't finished it. Aditya? Okay, then we're on the same page here. All right, so we already have this, right? So it's pretty nice. Now let's another thing that we can do is we can make it show only on H1. Okay, so do you guys know Boolean? Like you probably don't know Boolean expressions, but basically there are like few things that you need to know about. Yeah, extend both. Okay, so style. So sorry, not this. Okay, so basically you have the option like if you draw a line here normally, like without any programming, and you go to settings, right? You have this extend option, and it's the same in it's the same like it's the same if you're doing this in PineScript, you have pretty much like the same thing. So you can set it to not extend at all, meaning it's gonna be just drawn from line to line, or to the left, to the right, or both, right? Okay, so that explains your question. I mean, that answers your question. Okay, cool. All right, moving forward. So next thing that we can do is we can let's say that we like with all these indicators for quarterly theory, we just want this to be shown on a certain time frame, right? Like you've got all these daily cycles, session cycles, and so on and so on, right? So yeah, quarters. We'll get to this, okay? Ternary operators. Not sure what you mean, Ascor. And honestly, I don't know what the ternary operator is. I mean, yeah, probably use this, but maybe the name is. I think I know what you mean. Oh yeah, you mean the one with question mark, right? Like this. right? That's what you mean? Okay. I mean, I think they are a bit faster than if else. Yeah, I think so. And in some places, you just outright need to use them. Um, lines in correct templates using ternary operators. I'm not sure how you would do this in this case, but let's go with if with doing this in if, okay? Because one thing that is very important in programming, like overall, is that you want your code to be clear. Like you want your code to be divided in clear sections, which I'm gonna show you later, like when we go forward with our indicators. And yeah, it's very important. So like writing, sometimes you can do like, for example, basically when you've got a single line that is very long, it's not really clear at all. Like this is not well readable, so to say. So sometimes it's better to write something in more lines, but make the code, I mean, usually it's better to do this, to write in more lines, but in a way that makes the code clearer for the person that will be reading it. Okay. Okay, so coming back to displaying it only on a single time frame, right? So the way that we do this is we can be checking the in if statement, we can be checking a few conditions at the same time, right? And very important thing, and like in like in very simple cases, this is very intuitive, but in more complex cases, this is not very intuitive. So but this is because of Pascal. But anyway, so basically, when you've got this is called Boolean expressions, right? If you've got A and B, right, and A can be true or false, and B can be true or false, the outcome of this is true only in a case where you've got both A and B are true, okay? This is very important. If you've got if A and B are true. And this is because we are checking, this is what the AND operator does. This is called logical AND. Now, if we've got or, that means that we are checking if either A or B is true. So the outcome of this is true only, so it's true when? It's true if either A or B are true, okay? So if you want to check here that we we want to display it only if there is if we are on let's say 1 hour time frame, and we have the new day opening, right? So we need to use the AND operator, right? So the way that we check, first we want to check the time frame. So the way we check the time frame is we do this if time frame period, and let me look at yeah, if time frame period equals, now 1 hour time frame in PineScript is written in minutes, so you just write 60, okay, because 1 hour is 60 minutes, and time frame change is 1 day, right? then we want this to be shown. Okay, so do you guys follow or not? Like what would, okay, let's first see what happens now. Of course I'll delete this. Let's first see what happens if we if we launch this. Nothing happens on this time frame. But if we change the time frame to 4 hours, we should not see anything. And we don't see anything. If we go to 15 minutes, we don't see anything. Okay. Now, what would happen if we change this to OR? Do you guys have any ideas? Yeah, but what would happen like in fact? I mean, who one knows, but all right, let's see. Look, we have those dividers displayed on each candle, right? This is because on each candle we are checking if the time frame period is 1 hour or time frame change. Yeah, exactly, because the daily time change is true only on the new day, but this condition is true on 1 hour always. But if we go to, for example, to 4 hour, only this whole expression will be true only on this one, right? So we will have this displayed here. Do you guys understand this? Now, after our lesson, we're gonna have a quick, we're gonna have a questions and answers session, so you guys can come up to audience and ask me stuff. I can explain to you and so on. Okay, so with this we go back to end, and maybe the last thing I think we're gonna do today is we will display it on all time frames that are below 1 hour and equal to 1 hour. Okay, so the way we do this is we obviously we cannot use string because we need some comparisons. Like, let's say that what we want to do is like if current time frame is smaller than 1 hour and time frame change 1D, then we want to display this line, right? But how do we do this? Like because like currently we know how to access the current time frame in as a string, but we actually need to use a number, right? So there is an easy way to do this. So there is a function that's called time frame in seconds, which is pretty self-explanatory. Let's go back to the reference manual. In seconds here. And it says that it converts the time frame string into seconds. Okay, sweet. So we can use this, right? In seconds. So now we have this time frame in seconds, so we can check whether the current time frame is smaller or equal. So that's the way you check smaller or equal. Bigger or equal would be like this. To how many seconds are in an hour? 60 times 60, right? You can do it like this. You can just input 3600 here or 3600. Okay, now let's see if it works. Okay, we're on 4 hours, so it's not gonna work, right? But on 1 hour, we see dividers. On 90 minutes, we won't see. On 30 minutes, we see, and so on, and so on. All the time frames that are smaller than 1 hour will show us these. Okay, so I think this is as far as I wanted to go regarding this lesson. I mean, I'm glad that I didn't have to explain to you what if does. Maybe there's one last thing that I want to show, which is very important, which is how to actually define functions. So functions, you guys know what the function is? Do I need to explain this? Give me a 1 if you know, give me 2 if you want explanation. Okay. Suraj, Naskor, Goya. Okay, cool. I don't need to explain. So the way you define functions, you can use any name you want, but I usually use with f underscore. And I tend you can define them anywhere you want, but now this is where we dive into good practice. I'm not sure if that's the correct word, but the way basically the way you should be a best practice. Yeah, man, that's the word. So you should, it's one of the things that you should be doing is that you should be defining the functions in upper part of your indicator, right? Especially that, I mean, this is just a common practice and this is how you should be doing this. So and also another thing is that if we declare the function after it's being used, then then the compiler is gonna throw us an error. Okay, so let's say that we want to create the function that takes the time and spits out a day of the week. Okay, so basically we want to close this in a function. So the way we do this is, for example, we use get weekday. Okay, you can do this like this. Now, okay. Now we in the when we will be calling the function, we will call it like this, and we'll give it an argument of the current time of the candle, right? And this function is gonna get this argument, and it's gonna do something with it, and will return the value. Now in PineScript, this is extremely odd because, like, normally you explicitly write something like return, for example, weekday. Oh, is there a return now? I think there was none. Moment, because I was coding mostly in version 5. No, I don't think there is a return statement. Okay. So return at last. What do you mean, Aditya? I don't think there is a return in PineScript, as far as I know. Yeah, at the end of the function. Yeah, so that's what I was getting into. So basically, the way how to explain this? The way it works in functions in PineScript is that basically it will return the last thing that the program goes into, like the. Okay, so for example here we okay, so we are in a function, and this function, right? It sees only what's within the function, and it sees the arguments. I think that in PineScript it doesn't even see global variables, meaning variables that are outside of this function. So we need to actually declare the function, local variables as they are called, inside a function. And the way I usually do this is I use, I mean, we can use an really, we can use n or there is none, or na, yeah, na. Okay, okay. Okay, so what NA means there is no value basically there. And if we do it like this, then we need to explicitly say what's the variable type. So we need to explicitly say this, whether it's a string or whether it's a boolean or integer or float. Normally you don't need to do this because it's being determined by the compiler later. But I frequently I use well, I explicitly say what's the type of the variable, just for the sake of the code being a bit more cleaner. Yeah, because I come from C, not JavaScript and the other stuff. Maybe this is why as well. Anyway, so here we declare an empty weekday function, and here we are assigning the value to this weekday function. Now, what we are doing here is we are using the wrong variable, right? Because we want this if block basically to use this this argument. So we need to change it to these in this a day of week function calls. Now it's correct. And we can either do it like this, or more explicitly, we can kind of force the function to return the value. Oh, yeah. So guys, I don't know if you noticed this, but here you can see the keystrokes. I will. I'm not sure if I can make them stay longer. Yeah, no, I can still make them stay longer. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Okay, so now you can. Okay, so the way you do this in this is called multi-cursor, and the way you do this in VS Code is you use Control D. So what you do is you select the text that you want changed, that is in multiple places. You select this and you click Control D multiple times, and you can see all these cursors appear. And now you can change this text, like you can move this cursor at one time in all the places. So then you can use Control D to backspace to delete the whole word, and you can and now we can input the text that you want to input. So in this case, it's underscore input time, right? Okay, so now it's a lot more elegant, really, because yeah, it's because here we have like the logic of what's being done, but here we have a function call that is pretty clear on what it does, and it's another important thing, that you should be calling the functions in a way that, because like this is a very small program, right? But I can give you an example of some. Wait, sorry. Let's open the new window. What can I show you? Okay, I think I can show you a small snippet of what I'm writing. Like for example, you've got, you know, multiple thousands lines of text, and this text is structured in a different way because it's very long. I mean, it's not like super long, but the more, basically the more code you have, the more structured it needs to be, right? So that's what I meant. Like the code is divided into multiple functions and so on and so on. Right. So so it's always a good idea to like close the functions, close the logic into small pieces that you can easily debug and change later. That's what I was getting to. Okay, so let's see if it works. Are you guys following? Give me a 1 if you are kind of in the same place. Hello, I wonder. Okay, cool. Okay, so great. So we have the same functionality, right? But now we have it nicely done. Another, well, I will give you one last thing, which is very useful for debugging. And then we will go to Q&A and we'll finish, okay? So the way you can debug stuff, debug meaning, well, you're basically, there's something wrong with your code, and you, for example, let's say that we use or instead of and, okay? Then everything's gonna go to shit like this, and you don't know what's the reason, right? And you try to debug it. So, for example, and you now in PineScript, this is extremely badly, I don't know it's correct, badly done, wrong done. I think it's done in a bad way. Oh, let's put it like this. So there is no easy way for to debug. So the only way, you can debug, that I know at least, is you can show some labels with text that show you the values for different variables, or the one that I prefer is for using logs. So you've got the functions which basically can show you which can show you well, the text that you want to output at some point. Let's say that, for example, we want to display the day of the week for, let's say that we suspect that maybe there is a problem in this function, right? So we want to display the day of the week for each bar. Okay, so we do it like this. So we use the function log info, log warning, or log error. But for the sake of this example, we'll just use log info weekday. Like this, then we write plus. If we want to add, maybe we want to add some text here, or we just want to show some variable. So the way we so now we want to display the weekday, right? So it will be weekday, the output of this function, well, basically what this variable holds, and then dot. Okay, so let's do it. And now where are we going to see it, right? There is no place for the text to show here. But if we click here and we go to Pine Logs, you will see the text appear here. I don't know, did you guys know about this? About this way? Yeah, I mean, this is, I know, Juan, you are probably terrified by how primitive this Pine script is, but it is what it is, man. So basically, you need to debug for prints or print. There is a way to access the variables, but it's very, like, there is no way for you to like manually, I mean, you know, in a controlled manner, go step by step through each bar. No breakpoints, nothing like this, man. This is a nightmare, really. No breakpoints, man. No debugger, basically. That's what I mean. So do you guys, the other guys, like Goya, Suraj, Naskor, Aditya, do you guys have this? Did you catch what I was just explaining about logging? Yeah, you did. Okay, that's very cool. So, for example, if you want to see, for example, that sorry, not like this. So let's say, for example, that for some reason we want to display this log only when a program goes into this if statement, right? So, and let's output here it's Sunday, okay, this string, and also I will show you how the actual timestamp looks like. And now we will have a problem here because I don't know, it's probably not going to be catched by compiler here, but this variable that we're giving as argument here is integer, right? And what we can only display through log is string. So again, like, how do we get from integer to string? Well, as it turns out, there is this function that's called string dot to string. And if we give any number to this, then it's going to convert it to string. Or it's like this. Right, I need to remind myself because I forgot. Yeah, str. Okay, sorry, str to string. It's like this. Okay, so now if you launch it, we should be seeing this string only on Sundays, on the beginning of Sundays. Okay, let's go to one day. What's going on here? Now you guys can see me debugging in lifetime. What's the problem here? Because if you understand, like, I should be seeing some logs here, right? Now I can see them because they are outside of this. Oh, that's odd. Maybe, okay, I think I know what's the problem here. Because, like, in fact, I think there is no Monday on this on these charts. This is why it never, the program never went into this if statement inside, because like when you go to one day chart on ES, then it begins with Monday, right? And it sees the Monday, even though it starts on Sunday, like the week starts on Sunday, trading week starts on Sunday, in fact, then it will not go there. Okay, now we can see this. Now what's this? This number. So this is what's called epoch time, and this is used in Unix systems. I'm not sure if it's used in Windows. I think it's used in Windows as well. Basically, those are the milliseconds that the number of milliseconds that minęły, kuźwa. Sorry guys, it's 2 a.m. here. That have passed. This is the number of milliseconds that passed since 1st of January 1970. Okay, so if you divide it by 1000, you will get number of seconds that passed since then. And this is the way, and it's also in UTC time zone, like +0. So this is the way that you can like absolutely, in an absolute manner, tell what time is it based on this, right? Because if you know how much time passed from 1st of January of 1970, then you can calculate your current time. You guys get it? Now it might seem not very important to you at the moment, but a few times I had to use this in order to calculate other stuff. No. All right, so with this, we can end current lesson. Thank you guys for attending. And is there anyone who has any questions, wants to talk, chat, whatever? Just go, you guys can come on stage and just chat. We can just chat. I'm not sure if I can I like, how to show label on the line? For example, day of the week. Label on the line, you mean like vertically? Okay, let's yeah, thank you, Juan. Honestly, like I'm not sure why you were here. Like most of the stuff, of course, I explained was very basic. Thank you, man. See you. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So, Suraj, you were asking if there is a way to display text vertically. I was not doing this, but let's see. Okay, so vertical line. I think. I'm not sure if you can do this, man. Oh, wait. I'm not sure, because like because like you basically the only way, there are like two ways of displaying text, and one of them is label, right? The other one is plot chart, but it's shitty, and I mean I think it's a relic from previous versions, but it can come in handy as well. Let's go to our, okay, let's disable this. Okay. Labeling you, right? Let's see what attributes labeling you has. I think there is no way to do this. Because text align, basically it tells you like if you want the text to be displayed on center, to the left, or to the right, basically. So yeah, I don't think you can do this. You can try to look for it, and if you find it, did you see it anywhere, Suraj? Being done? Wait, I'm gonna invite you to speak if you want. I think that you need to accept this if you want to come on stage. Is there any way I can like let you guys freely go on stage? I'm not sure. Yeah, guys, if you want to come on stage, just you can request to speak, I think, and I need to accept this or something. Mic is not enabled. So, oh, do I need to enable this? Sorry, guys, I don't know how to use this. The next time is gonna be better. No, I think that you should be like you need to like unmute yourself or something. Yeah, invite to speak. I'm not sure. Sorry for this. Are you speaking? Yeah, but you're not on stage. You need to be on stage. You should be like next to me when you're on stage, I think. I think that you need to like accept my wait, because you don't see it, right? You need to accept my like I invited you to the stage, and now you need to like accept this, and then you can talk, I guess. And anybody else wants to come on stage? Maybe chat a little. Oh, you guys are good. I'm not sure what's the problem here. Like I sent you the request, and I think you need to like accept this or something. Probably. Naskora, are you all guys Indians? Like from India? Oh, what country? It says not Latin America. Like Brazil or something? Venezuela. Oh man. Do you guys still have hyperinflation there? Or it's calmed down a bit? Open stage. Still? Jesus fuck. It's so crazy, man. You know, I know what happens like at the moment now. It's fucked up. How to join the stage? Aditya, I will send you I think I need to send you Jesus. It's okay. It's okay. Like you guys don't need to come. But I will send you the fucking invite to speak. Yeah, yeah. Aditya, you need to like uh Aditya, you need to like accept my invite. Oh, great. Now you're on stage.
Yeah, hi bro.
Yeah, hey man.
Yeah. Thank you for the class. It's really extraordinary.
Oh,
Nice
really?
stuff, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like, I don't know what level are you on, guys? So I try to like go from basics, but you know, it's going pretty fast. Like in my opinion, like this is we actually can do like a lot of
Yeah.
this, a lot of
Info,
the.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Yes, yes. Me and Aditya are buddies, so we are together. So
Ah,
we
okay.
tried from his machine. We are able to speak now.
Cool, cool, cool. Like you and Adit, so that you're Goya or
So, yeah, so Suraj and me are
Suraj?
same.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool, guys. Yeah, so like I'm not sure like what we're gonna like. I think that the next lesson is gonna be. Uh, I think it's either gonna be tomorrow or on Sunday, but I think it's gonna be on Sunday. Um, cause yeah, cause like I'm kind of going on a trip on Friday, so I won't be here. I wanted at first I wanted to do this on Friday, but I can do this on Friday. So yeah. So next time I'm not sure what we will do. Um, yeah, but I'm gonna come up with something. Like we basically well, do you guys know what a GitHub is?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is very important. Like I can show you some of my some other. Okay, let's pause the recording. Okay, now, and I can show you guys some
Okay.
stuff that is not on the recording.